Yo, what up here? How you doing, guys? My name is Sangiev. Today we are back with another video. Now, as you can see from the different background, I am currently staying at my friend's house in Paris for Fashion Week, where I'm filming this video, and I'm gonna have to be fairly quick with it just because I have to leave for a show in about 45 minutes. And I know that this video won't last 45 minutes, but if you know anything about me, I love to ramble. As you can see from the title, today we're going to be talking about my new piece that I'm going to be releasing very soon, and I'm so excited to finally be able to announce it to you guys, to showcase the piece, to talk more through it. You guys might have seen it on me or worn by my friends, and I am genuinely so excited to release it, put it out into the world, and for you guys to hopefully be able to grab it. With that being said, let's just jump straight into it. Okay, so item number one that I made, so as you guys might have seen, both, well no, this was only on me because I'm the only one that has it currently. I'm actually releasing two pieces, both from the same sort of collection, if you wish, and they're both centered around the same piece. We just have two variations of it, and variation numero uno is going to be the single pendant chain. This will come in a 22 inches long chain, and the bullet itself, now I sort of love the idea of leaving it to interpretation. That's why when I gave it to my friends and family, I didn't even tell them the backstory. I kind of just wanted to let everyone tell their own story via it. But now this allows me to actually tell you guys the original, or at least what I interpreted it as and how I came up with the idea. It's sort of based around the phrase raining bullets. Now, I don't actually know whether it's a well-known expression, whether I came across it whilst reading a book or something along those lines, but I love, I don't know, there are so many elements that I sort of threw together in order to come up with it. And in essence, raining bullets, whether in times of war or in times of difficulties, or whenever you pick up a gun and you end up having to, this is about to go real deep, but you pick up a gun and you end up having to take someone's life potentially, then you know, this little bullet, not this one in particular, but a bullet is so powerful. It can both destroy lives and at the same time what one might consider to save lives. And so it's based on the, as I said, expression raining bullets. I sort of took the word raining quite literally. And you know, whenever you drop a drop of water in a bowl, in a whatever, you get that little, can't do it. There you go. See, when you get that noise, if you slow-mo that frame, then you get this beautiful imagery of these ripples, and then there will usually be one dot that just bounces back up. And so rather than printing it onto the bullet itself, we decided to sort of 3D laser engrave it on the side. And so the side thing that you actually see is a drop that's just been engraved into the bullet itself. Now, again, with the theme of war, with the theme of a bullet being able to take lives and save lives, one can interpret it as a drop of blood that the bullet will eventually end up taking, or that the bullet will eventually end up saving. And so that's the concept in its most simplest of forms. We tried various methods of imprinting it and how we could sort of convey that message, and we ended up going with this, and I'm so gassed, man. I'm so happy with it, and the fact that we were able to do this thing on top of the bullet. Like, it's such a small bullet as it is. It's only like 2 inches or 3, no, 2 inches. It's only 2 inches long. To put this intricate detail on top of it, I've got to give it up to the guys over at Harry Hunt & Co for delivering such a beautiful piece. And that is now going to be our second collaborative piece. I am ecstatic, literally so hyped. I think it sits amazingly well with my old chain as well, because the old pendant is on a shorter chain, so this actually sits really well together. But obviously you don't need the first one in order to acquire the second one. If you didn't get the chance to get the first one, hopefully this will now be your chance to get the second one. This one will retail for £150, so it's actually cheaper than the first one, although this one is heavier. Much like the first release, it will only be 100. And also, to answer a question that a lot of you guys have been asking me, no, there will not be any restocks of the first one. So if you wish to grab it, 100 pieces on the 31st of January at 8 p.m. So that is item numero uno. And then item numero dos from the same collection is this bad boy, which you guys might have seen me wear a couple of times. This is just the showstopper. This is just the, This is going to be also released on the 31st of January at the same time. Obviously clear design differences. Freshwater pearls with 5 different bullets with these 2 clasps at the end. I believe this is 18 inches long. However, if I'm wrong, I'll be sure to plaster the correct length on the screen right now. Man, oh, it's just so good. It's literally, and I'm not just saying that just because I designed it. I just think it's a beautiful piece. Now, obviously, again, open to interpretation, which I love. Like my friend, when he first looked at it, he thought it was something from Black Panther, like, you know, the Wakanda chain that the king wears, which, to be fair, upon reflection, definitely looks the part. But come on, so beautiful. Pearl chain with 5 of my bullets, all laying beautifully. The centerpiece being in the center, then 2 and then 2, which makes a total of 5. What else is there to say? It's fucking beautiful. I hope you guys like it. The bullet is exactly the same as the single bullet design, but obviously there's 5 of it. Also, something that was quite interesting and pointed out only when I sent it to my friends, that I think actually this could work as well. Now, there is a notion, and I'm sure some of you guys might be aware of it, where in French you say porter l'œil, in Arabic, like Pakistani, Indian culture, we say nazar. In Tamil, Sri Lankan, we say kannuru, which is something along the lines of like giving someone the bad eye, right? Looking at someone with envy, looking at someone with jealousy and all that stuff. And the logo, not the logo, but the symbol that can be found across a lot of jewelry, especially when I went to Turkey, I saw this so commonly for the anti of that, so that you're safe from the evil eye. Oh yeah, that's what it's called, the evil eye. To be safe from the evil eye actually very much looks like this. It's just a dot in the middle with loads of circles. One of them, well, some of the circles being white, some of the circles being blue. And so if you look at it from afar, it actually looks like that. So this could actually be saving you guys from the evil eye as well, you know? And there's 5 of it. That's extra protection right there. But pearl necklace, 5 bullets, it looks incredible, it sits beautiful on. Now obviously, I know that this won't be everyone's cup of tea, hence why we're actually only limiting it to 20 pieces. And the price tag is, as you can imagine, heftier than the single pendant, and this is coming up at £450, which, like I said, won't be within everyone's means and also for everyone's cup of tea. This is definitely more of a showstopper, and that's why we're only keeping it to 20. Done. That's the self-promo bit, right? I mean, it's in the title anyway. So 31st of January, 8 PM, 2 designs, 150 quid for the single pendant on a 22-inch chain, 450 for the pearl necklace with 5 bullets and fresh water pearls all over. Hand strong as well, must be said. Hand strong all individually. Hence why they sit so perfectly in between each of the little bits. Oh, I'm so hyped. I am so hyped. So moving on from that, as usual, whenever I do these release videos, I like to talk about my other pieces of jewelry, just because it's something that I get asked a ton. And I actually put out a little Q&A thing on my Instagram for you guys to ask me some questions, and you guys bombarded me with some questions, which I'm so thankful for. But I'm gonna run down, and obviously the most common one was, where are your pieces from, da 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 da. Now, I do have a video talking about my jewelry, which I'll be sure to leave a card here and also a link in the description box down below, so if you wish to check it out, you may do so. I won't be talking about the pieces that I already spoke then. This is purely going to be an updated look at what I've added to my collection as opposed to what I've taken away, just because all the pieces that I spoke then are still in my rotation, and obviously the more you have, the more options you have, basically. So we're gonna start off with chains, and chain numero uno is this bad boy that I got from the Bare Knuckles boys. I absolutely love it. It sits amazingly well with my first double tooth pendant. Let me see if I can get it close up. Actually, 2 crosses, BK at the bottom, 20 inches I believe it is. It sits amazingly. It's a beautiful piece. It's not the sort of super shiny silver as well. It's got some sort of darkness to it, which I love because it adds another element to your jewelry. And yes, so chain numero uno in my new updated list is this bad boy. Then another one that I get asked a lot It's this absolutely incredible piece. So I'm gonna keep moving in and out. It's this absolutely incredible piece from Turkey, and it's this double-faced axe pendant. So intricate, like some of the work on this piece. Where are you? There you are, hold on. Right. Some of the work in this piece are so intricate, and I got this from a little stall in Turkey. Unfortunately, the guy doesn't have like an online presence, but if you go to Turkey, you're gonna find loads of these chains, man. Then the last chain that I added to my collection is when, you know, whenever I'm feeling a bit blingy, whenever I feel like I'm a rapper or just whatever, then I have this thick ass 18 inches Cuban link chain in a sterling silver. Beautiful, hooked up by my boys over Harry Hunt & Co. That's the beauty of having a jeweler as a friend. You can then create these amazing pieces, but also, you know, they'll be able to bless you with some pieces that you know you'd be paying an absolute buck otherwise. And yeah, man, this chain, I mean, this is just super blingy. I don't wear it that often, but I do bring it with me, especially when I go on trips, because on those days when you feel like wearing it, you can do so. And I think it definitely adds an element of pop to your outfit. Even if it's worn under a t-shirt, just the slight flashes of it on the sides is enough for it. Speaking of Harry Hunt & Co, we have this bracelet, this cuff, part of his new collection. Come on. This bracelet, this cuff, that is part of his new collection. You just pull it and boom, like that, it slots on. And I just love it, man. It was inspired by old cigarette boxes from like the 80s, I want to say. Is it 80s? Or 90s, or maybe even 70s. It was inspired by those. It sits amazingly. I love the fact that it's so, like, come on, the details are incredible. Like, you can see all of that stuff here, then the 3 stripes. It sits really nicely on the wrist. It's so pleasing. It's very curved, but also angular, which I think is awesome. Really nice touch to my wrist. And yes, that's the only bracelet that I've added in the last year. And then last but certainly not the least, we've come to the rings. Rings, I'm gonna whiz through them just because we ain't got all day here. Ring numero uno is this one that you guys, let me just, hold on a second. A second. All right, I know we got super close, but has the lighting changed? Yes, it has. Let me fix up. Okay, so the reason why I got closer is so that I can literally just go like that, and hopefully, there you go, it works. And hopefully it just focuses and I don't have to move in and out in front of the camera. So ring number 1, it's this incredible number that I got from Turkey. I actually don't even remember the stone, which is so annoying. Like, a friend of mine asked me what stone it was, and I genuinely cannot remember. I just love the intricate design, the way that it sits, all the details that can be found along it, and I usually leave this on my index finger right here. So Turkey, unfortunately, they don't have an online presence, so I can't even tell you guys where you can go grab it. Then the second ring that goes on my left hand is this number. Come on, here we go. This is called the Gear of War, or the Gears of War by Alex Skeffington. She's got a really cool Instagram page, and on top of that, she makes these incredible abstract jewelry pieces that just look so raw, and this is one of my favorites that she makes. It's called the Gears of War. I think it's absolutely incredible. So many details. Like, you can just look at this piece for a long time and you'll always discover some new things. I just love the raw nature of it. The raw and abstract nature of the piece is what drew me to it. Don't really have a 4th finger ring. Every now and again I might throw the yeah, which I have not shown you guys in my previous video. Let me see. Boom. This is the yeah ring from Jacob, who is Jacob. So that goes there sometimes, but it's rare. Like, I'll wear this every now and again. Like, if I'm not wearing any of the others, I might throw on the yeah, just because I like to have 3 on this hand. So that's those 3. And then for the other hand, we have the stuff that are alternate. And these 2 pieces, again, kind of in line with the Alex Skeffington, perhaps less raw. These are a bit more refined. This is from a store called Mor, M-O-R. It's based in London. It's actually right next door to the Great Frog in Carnaby Street. And I've I've always loved that store. A lot of the times, in fact, most of the times, whenever I walked past it, whenever I went in, it was gold jewelry. However, one day I walked in and they started doing silver stuff, so I was like, oh my God, finally, and I can get them. So ring numero uno is this number right here. Loads of bands that are just intertwined and it just sits amazingly. Let me just remove this. This normally goes on my middle finger, and I think it's such a cool ring. It sits really nicely. Yeah, I can't complain. And then we have this little number, which is the final ring to the collection. It's almost like a shield, like a helmet. That's the sort of vibe that I got, like a helmet from, you know, whatever they used to wear in the wars, like back in centuries ago, as opposed to a couple of years ago. And you know, I don't know, I just think it's awesome. It gives me like the shell vibe, and this is what I used to wear on my index finger prior to me getting the stone ring, and it would sit like this. It looks amazing. Quite a loud piece, quite big as well, but sits really nicely. But that, ladies and gentlemen, oh, that's a lie. And then last but certainly not the least, very small ring. This one is from Serge Denim, which is my boy Proudlock's line. They do some incredible jewelry. I love this little ring just because it slots just like so, and it doesn't go past it. And you know, every now and again, I will have this ring just there. So I might not do two, but I will do one, and it will look like this. So you've got it. You've got my, you've got my two rings at the bottom, and then you've got this guy which sits just in the middle. That is that for my rings collection. And that is that for the updated look at all my jewelry. I've got 5 minutes to get changed, like put something on top and go. That is that for this video. Thank you so much for watching it. I hope you guys love the pieces, and I hope you will be able to cop them on the 31st of January at 8 PM London time. Never said that enough. 31st of January, 8 PM UK time. Links will be in the description box down below. There will be two pieces. The single bullet pendant, which comes with a 22 inches long chain for £150, and this bad boy right here for 450. To wish to follow me on my social media, it's all right here, Sangiev. That is for my Twitter, Instagram, and everything else. But that is that. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Peace. I'm done. I'm done. All right, what are we feeling about the fit? Issey Miyake red trousers, Stutz Ballet black t-shirt. I think I'm gonna throw on the Rick jacket, you know? I think I'm gonna throw on the Rick jacket and boots. I might throw on a different jacket, but we'll see. And hopefully you guys will see this fit pic on Instagram as well. Adios!